Yo! If you guys want to create some professional videos like me, you guys have got to check out V.io, baby. Because you will totally rock with it. It makes it simple and easy to make really professional YouTube videos. So that way you'll be able to appear as professionals. And it's for free too, unless you want to pay for the premium or pro or whatever. But other than that, if you do the free version, then you'll be able to do up to 10 minutes. Yo, Luke is in the house. Woo! Oh yeah. Well, today I'm about to get down with some real steel, because this is gonna be a ultra solid proof and evidence that, in my case, it may actually possibly be proof and evidence that all the conspiracy theories are true. Starting with many assassinations that have happened, like Nikola Tesla's death, for example. After he built so many inventions that could have saved everyone and made the world a better place, the government he just mysteriously just died. They say it was of old age. They said he died of sickness and the apartment building after he lost his career, and then his files were removed or erased. But that's only what they say. What if his files were actually locked away? Here, I suppose didn't even know it, as they say, locked away. And I think that this is quite obvious that they do not want us to know about the highly advanced technology, because they do not want us to be able to thrive with unlimited energy. They want us to keep going back to the power company for more and more energy, and want us to live so inefficiently with such toxic stuff that it just causes so much pollution. And there's even Martin Luther King Jr., who died Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, though. Just like John F. Kennedy, he also died. And I've seen some suspicions that he may have been trying to expose some secret black ops things going on. And in a previous video on the liver, of course, about health, this is information that the pharmacies tried to silence people for several times. Those pharmacies also get involved in food companies. They come up with ingredients to put in the foods so that way they seem healthy, or it seems like there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and then we end up having to go back to them for more and more drugs when it's just the food that we're eating that's a problem. We just need to eat better foods. And some of those things that gets put in our foods and our water is neurotoxins, which in fact Dr. Brian Johnson refers to as memory thieves. Dr. Brian Johnson is a NASA-trained neuroscientist, and he has found a tune or frequency, a sound frequency specifically, that can help your brain so that way you can think more clearly and remember things better. And I think I figured out what it was. We had to pay to be able to listen to it, but this may potentially be a scam. But here is what I know that you can use. Listen to singing bowls. You know, those bowls that you come with these rods. There are also above 600 hertz music you can listen to. If it is at 400 hertz, which in fact is the average amount of hertz in music, which in fact is a conspiracy theory, that will create a bunch of brain fog and block your ability to think, and that will put a lot of pressure on you and lower your energy. But that tune, just another tune that's above 600 hertz to help you with your brain. And so I think it may possibly be true, but if you think about it, that's already been invented. Neurofeedback. You have a set of neurotransmitters on your head, also known as an EEG, and that will feed your brain waves to a computer, and your computer will take that as input and give it output as sort of like a reward for your brain, rewarding it with whatever sound that tells the computer it wants. Disciplines the brain to be able to function better. Then there's also mudras. Dr. Brian Johnson invented a mudra. Mudras have been out for a while, but he may not have known about it, though. Here's proof and evidence that his thumb trick to help you with your memory works. First, I'm going to explain it to you. Press your thumb gently against your palm or another finger. focus your attention on a specific memory or intention. Breathe deeply for 10 seconds while maintaining the thumb pressure. Optionally, listen to a specific audio track, like the brain song, during the process. The brain song is what he calls his healing frequency, which in fact is obviously over 600 hertz. It must be a lot of hurting, so much hertz in the 400 hertz. His frequency trick, however, reminds me of a mudra. Let me explain mudras to you scientifically. You know, there are many nerve endings in your hands, like in your palms and your feet. If you connect your fingers together, or your hands together, such as when Christians pray, when they put their palms together, it creates a mudra. That creates a circuit for the nerves to connect with each other. That's how the power of Qi in Asia mythology works, which in fact is also how biotelekinesis works. And so if our body is pretty much a supercomputer, some mudras allow you to think better and faster, some allows you to gain authority over the room around you, some it allows you to pray, some helps you with your digestive system. This is another reason for the government to try and stop him. Just like the government trying to stop Royal Rife when he invented his Rife machine, which in fact he found a frequency that kills bacteria without the need of antibiotics. And that is known as a Rife machine. Medical stuff a whole lot cheaper and more efficient, but what they do, they had to suppress it because because of the Invention Secrecy Act of quite a few years back. I forgot the date, but that wasn't meant for our security when they were talking about national security. It was for their security, and so that way they could live in secrecy to gain power and influence over us and have us just keep buying more and more and more from them. So is money truly the bad guy if it does all this to our civilization? So, is it true the government is brainwashing us? Well, let's break it down. So, the stuff that is documented may be only what little information they want us to know, because there is plenty other information out there than just the news. Who do the people go to during a crime scene? The government. Who do the people always ask if something is true or not? It's obviously the government. And yes, if you ask someone about their conspiracies, what do you expect them to do? Lie and cover it up. Use Area 51 as an example. The military kept lying about it. When people asked that, they said to stay out of it, and nothing is there. Nothing is there. Saying nothing's there only makes them look even more suspicious. They only confessed it when someone took a photo of the sign that is marking the place. Well, for decades, the U.S. government denied the existence of Area 51 despite satellite images and eyewitness accounts. It wasn't until 2013 that the CIA officially acknowledged it as a testing site for spy planes like the U-2 and SR-71 Blackbird, and etc. But there is even one that I know of that is even more top secret. It is called the TR-3B Black Manta. So there must be an even bigger picture, but I do not have enough time today to be able to tell you about all of this stuff. Also about Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln also got assassinated, just like those other people who tried to help us. So, what credible proof is there that the government does innocent child abductions? Well, there is plenty out there. Try looking into Family of Jewels. It's a recently published CIA document. They only publish that stuff so late that we'll just leave it all in the past, so that way we won't get suspicious that they're hiding any more than just what they claim to be hiding. So it is likely that everything that's being called conspiracy theories, which in fact are often committed by the government itself, almost all of them are, and then they call them conspiracy theories, which in fact is just a cover-up, so that way we think they're not true just because they're not proven, and the proof of evidence is just too dangerous and too risky to even get. And I will confess that even I am brainwashed too. This is the New World Order.